How's it going? It's March 21st, Wednesday, 2012. I'm doing a demonstration speech today for my speech class. Have you ever had a hard time starting your vehicle? Whether it's a boat, motorcycle, ATV like I'm doing right here, your car. Um, More than likely it has valves on it. If you're a mechanically inclined person, you will know more about that. If you're not, just kind of whatever, I guess you're just going to watch. I'm going to demonstrate how to adjust valves on an ATV. Today I have a 300EX 2012, 2000, it's in 2000, 300EX, it's a Honda. It's my brother's. I have it right here. As you can see, I already took all the plastics off. They're over there in the corner. Plastics, that's a whole other video right there, I guess, but I took the plastics off. Yeah, I have a manual also. A manual really helps if you're going to try to work on something for a 300X. Well, I'm adjusting the valves, so I turned it to the tune-up and routine maintenance. And I looked the valve adjustment, what they're supposed to be at, and it's 3 thousandths to 5 thousandths of an inch, very small. That's for the intake and the exhaust valves. There's 4 valves altogether. Next, I turn it to the the tune-up and routine maintenance portion of it. And manuals, they'll just tell you all what you really need to do. All in the manual, just follow it. If you can read, you can do it. And if you're a mechanically inclined person, that really helps even better. So I have the plastics off, so let's take the plastic off. I have the plastic off. Then there's these two Allen wrench heads that you have to take off, so you can see the crankshaft thing that makes it turn around. And it has to be on top dead center where the piston is up all the way, so the valves there'll be no pressure on them. And there's a mark on there, it'll tell you in the book, and you look at the mark on there on the crankshaft and the hole, and it'll tell you where it's supposed to be on top dead center. And next, I'll take these valve cover, these plates, so you can get at them. I already have them loosened, so I just take them out. First, I forgot, we'll go to the tools. All the tools you need are pretty much right here. A couple Allens, some feeler gauges, some sockets, a wrench, ratchet, not too many tools. So a feeler gauge. You want to have a feeler gauge, the right size. This one is 4 thousandths. It's right in between the 3 thousandths to 5 thousandths. So you're right in between. So to run the best, you can run them tighter. The 3 thousandths is smaller than the 5 thousandths, obviously. So if you run it tighter, it'll run better, but it won't maybe like last as long. Maybe it will. Depends how you ride it. So right here, this is my tool. I just bought this. Actually, I'm really stoked about it. It's just a 10mm wrench on it, and you put this through there. And there's a socket on that that turns the valve so you can adjust it. It's a really nice tool. And the feeler gauge. So there's a really small opening in here. You want the feeler gauge to stick in there. And it come out with a slight drag on it. Not real tight so you can't get it in, but not to come out where it's really loose either. And then you put this tool on there. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Loosen it up. And this thimble up here, you can adjust this. Adjust this to the tightness or looseness that you want. right there feels about good. So you bring it back, you'll tighten it, and that first valve is adjusted, and that's an intake valve. It's on the intake side, the fuel and air going in the intake. Then down here is the exhaust valve. So you do that first one with an intake, then you do that the same procedure for the second one. And the exhaust on this one, the exhaust measurement is exactly the same as the intake, so you'll just use the same feeler gauge. Depends on your motor. All motors are different. There's many different kinds. Right here at the exhaust, I'm going to crack it loose. I'm first going to check it and see that that doesn't go in there. So they're too tight. So I'm going to loosen them up. I'm going to crack this open. Loosen it with a thimble. See that feels good. A little drag on the way out. I'm going to tighten it back up with this wrench part of it. And that's the exhaust side. You do the same thing for the exhaust, the other side too. And they should be, in this manual, 4,000s. And then I'll put these covers back on. These bolts are 10 millimeters. I have my drill right here. It works really good, really fast for this kind of stuff. Can't reach in there with the drill, so I'm going to switch over to the ratchet. There's probably a torque spec on this. If I was doing it professionally, I'd probably put a inch pounds on it, but I'll just get them snug tight at the moment. Then we'll go back to the other side and cover up these holes, these Allen head holes that we had marked off. It's still on top dead center, as you can see. Once again, I'll just tighten these up snugly. Don't want to break them off. It's aluminum. Aluminum breaks very easily, cracks easily, but it's very light. One part that I did miss was at the very beginning, the spark plug. You're going to want to take this out. So the compression that builds up there has a place to go outside of the hole. Just pull the plug out, take the plug off, pull the plug out, and I'll put that back in right now. Once again, the drill really comes in handy. Line back up. Right now at the moment I'm not going to put the plastic back on, but as you can see I have adjusted the valves properly. It should run better and it'll hopefully save you some money. Thank you very much.